Going over to the cultural part podcast, you have Joy Reid breaking down after her firing, which, oh my gosh, why was she fired? She was so talented and brilliant and intellectually, I mean, so well spoken. Obviously not. She was rudimentary to say the least. Even I speak better than her, which is saying something. Or perhaps not. We'll review right now. Let me know in the comments. This comes to us thanks to Benny Johnson on X, and he says, quote, "Into my veins! Joy Reid has a meltdown over being fired from MSNBC. I could watch this all day." And well, to her credit, she actually has books in her background, which as a bookworm I kind of appreciate. Granted, I'm sure the books are mostly mentally vacuous, but she does have, that's kind of a cool background for your office. Got some books there. Although I'm suspicious. She has a bag that's named Book Nerd. Almost a little too much there. Is this like when LeBron James pretends to read when he has a book in his hands? So many times reports come up, he's always on page 1. And when the reporter asks him about the book, he can't answer a single question. Nevertheless, let's see what she has to say.
My show had value. And that, I'm sorry, that what I was doing had value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And that it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that.
That's how you don't have too much money in your life. You have an assistant, well, that'd be kind of nice, but she has tissue paper, where's that napkin? I've never bought a napkin in my life. I've made it this far in life, I've determined that I never will. They're just overpriced paper towels, which is just an overpriced t-shirt. But nevertheless.
The moment of guilt that I felt that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted and not just Black folks, or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing.
Yeah, that Stop Asian Hate campaign stopped really, really quick. It shouldn't have, but yeah, that is an issue, but they stopped pretty quick. I suspect perhaps because of the perpetrators.
But come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, defending books that people find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object to little babies being bombed. And where I come down on that is I'm not sorry. I am not sorry that I stood up for those things, because those things are of God. And I'm a church girl too, and those are the things that I was taught were of God. And so I'm not sorry. I'm just proud.
So according to the Grok, or the Grok, if I mispronounce it like me, be cool, on X or Twitter, says Joy Reid's net worth is estimated to be around $4 million as of 2025, based on various reports. Others have it ranging up to $21 million, which, again, they could not have been making a profit on Joy Reid. I can't help but suspect a lot of people just hate watch her, which, again, that worked probably most famously for, who's that washed up douchebag? Ooh, Howard Stern. I mean, the joke used to be back in the day, people who like Howard Stern watch him for an hour, people who hate Howard Stern watch him for 2 hours. I mean, that's the thing, people hate watch. Now, this got about 918,000 views and 27,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Ginny saying, quote, "No sympathy for the racist." Here's a 38-second clip of Joy Reid hanging out in her alleged book room.
There's a thing about both white vigilantism and white tears, particularly male white tears.
And don't cry.
Really white tears in general, because that's what Karens are, right? They Karen out, and then as soon as they get caught, it's like, Green Waterworks. White men can get away with that too. And it has the same effect.
My show had value. And that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that got 357 likes. Haley Cruiser has a meme of Joy Reid, and it says, in celebration of Black History Month, Joy Reid is now history. Getting 186 likes. Ginny also says, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. And it's Joy Reid, the Trump hair, and it says, bye bye, learn to code. Getting 306 likes. Reply by mail says, Joy got canned, that's it. That's the meme. Got 195 likes. Let's see. Yeah, you're worthless. That's a harsh name. I mean, I'm a fan of some self-deprecating humor, but this person's handle on the X is quite literally, you're worthless. Or no, I guess that's meaningful against others. It's not, well, nevertheless, this picture of Joy Reid says, the new face of racism, getting 254 likes. Let's see. Yeah, Wu Hong Lo saying Reid was paid to push the Democrat agenda. It says census records, geez Louise, can't speak today. Well, not saying too much compared to the average episode, but nevertheless. So let's go. Census records show 4 million slaves in 1860 were all owned by Democrats, getting 52 likes. Jared Marsh says, well, we'll miss your Trump wig. Sad day. Getting 91 likes. Let's see. Jesus is awesome. Says, quote, next please. This picture of Whoopi Goldberg getting 89 likes. Haley Cruiser has a picture of Joy Reid with AI working at McDonald's, getting 38 likes as well. Haley Cruiser also says, Joy Reid is accusing MSNBC of racism for firing her during Black History Month. While she is black and her show is history, getting 12 likes, which, again, all these, I mean, it's not just MSNBC, also CNN, most of the major news networks, well, also known as trash, their ratings are down more than 50%. Which, again, they make most of their money from advertisements in the deep state. Kidding, or not. But if your viewership goes down by 50%, the advertisers are probably going to want a discount on their sales or, you know, their placements of ads by about 50%, if not more. I really debate how sustainable those news networks are these days. Although calling them news is perhaps too generous, more like propaganda. We also have Florida One saying not even turning on the volume, good riddance, getting 144 likes. Jamie says she brought it on herself with her racism and fake news, getting 52 likes. Anyone sticking up for Joy Reid? Not too much. Jeremiah says, oh, this is great. I'm not sure who that male actor is, but she's standing next to an actor, and he's saying, I guess there's always OnlyFans, getting 16 likes, which, I mean, I think there should be a reverse OnlyFans. Like, I think they're, like, you pay, like, I would actually pay for her to put more clothing on. We might have a business idea right here. Let me know in the comments, folks. That could be a thing. But, again, no one is too surprised that Joyless Reid is finally done with MSNBC. Now, the real question is, will she actually try to start her own show like Don Lemon has, which is, I mean, for him, he gets 10 to 13,000 views per video, which is not sustainable fiscally speaking. I don't even think as an individual, unless he has some type of sponsorships. I mean, his career went off the deep end, obviously. But, I mean, does Joy Reid have enough following where she can be an independent reporter or propagandist? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.